visualization. Let me go to the table first. Okay, I'll take the data of this table. Okay. So let's start from students. Now consider you have this much data. Okay, now I'll take the branch data as well. Okay, I have like this. For example, now in my table, okay, I have this additional record. And this is Shantinagar. Okay, we have a same ID with the Shantinagar. Now, when I join this lookup, what will happen? Okay, it will match first with this one, and it will check again and again and again. Then again, it will join with this data. Okay. Now, whatever the data you are selecting in the select query, same record that will appear. Like, for example, if you are taking all the records and from here, and from this, all the records from here, okay, then it will take like this total data. And similarly, you will get this data as well. Okay. This data as well. Like this, you will get. Why? Because whatever you do, whether you do the inner join, whether you do the left outer join, whether you do the right outer join, whether you do the full outer join, it does not matter. When you are joining with the area and the area column, okay, and if the values are matches, then it will give you the result like this. Okay, so one is for one Rajoli, and another one matches, then the data will show you as Rajoli and Shantinagar. Okay, the data you will get like this. Similarly, if you have another record with one, okay, and here Aiza, and here Gadwal, for example. Now also this entire record, okay, and then with this data, it will print actually like this. It does not matter. Okay, it does not matter how many. Okay, it does not matter how many values we have in the lookup table. So okay, from lookup table, if I have it, did I get like this? Means no. Okay. For example, here also, for example, now I have another column called, okay, 126, 128, huh? Uh, Vera, and this here also 12th class, huh? And here if you have like this, okay, then also what will happen? It will join with the 1 and 1 and 1. It means you will get the, okay, 3 times. I'll simply take this copy paste. Okay. you will get this data like this. 1, 2, 3 for 3 matches. Okay, 1 to 8 for 3 matches. Okay. Now, this how in interview they may ask this kind of questions. Okay. I have in my column 1 and 1 and in the lookup table 1, 1, 1. Now they will ask you how many records I will get only for one. Then here two records you have, right? For one, two. Here you have a three records. Okay, two into three. Total six records you will get. So here you see whether you have a six records or not. Similarly, like this. For this one, total three records. For this one, total three records. Like this, you will get the data. Okay. So this is how you need to practice the scenarios. Why? Because sometimes you may get the duplicate data from upstream system. Sometimes. At that time, how will you handle? That is very important. Okay. So you need to mainly consider how can I do this join and how can I get the unique data. Okay. If it is this is the main table, then I agree. Here is your primary key, and here you have a look area code. So one person can have in the same area different persons, right? I mean, one area will have a different candidates. Similarly, here one area should not have a different one area ID should not have a different areas because here, area ID is the primary key. At that time, you should not have any duplicate values. Primary key means what? It should have a unique value. If one, okay, if it should not have, if we see here student ID, same 1, 2, 3 with a different name or same name, it should not be, right? Similarly, in here, okay, this is area ID is here primary key. If the area ID primary key, we should not get any duplicate data. Okay? If you are getting duplicate data means something data is wrong. Okay. To handle that also, you need to see alternative way. Okay. That also we will discuss how we do in real time. How can we fix that kind of issues if we get. Okay. That also we will discuss. So this is very important. Whatever I am explaining right now, where we have done this in real time. Okay. So based on the real time experience only, I am taking the examples. Okay. I would have explained you in the last class itself with this duplicate data. Okay. But that is not a right way to explain. Okay. First, you need to understand what a join condition, what inner join, what left outer join, what right outer join, what full outer join, what is cross join, and you should remember those things. If you know those four types or five types, then this scenario it will help you to understand. If you are not understanding here the concept and you never understand the join concept. Okay. So in case if you stuck anywhere also you just ask. Okay. Don't wait. Now we will insert this data in our table and see what we can do. Hmm? Okay. Let me insert the first. Let me insert the data here. Huh? Whatever I have taken here, right? Same. Hmm. Insert into table name values uncommon. Okay. I'm executing this. Data got inserted with the same. Now you see, I have already queries here. Left outer join and inner join. First, I will do the inner join. See, 1, 2, 3, Raju, 1, you see, Rajuli. We got one record. And same record again in the below, if you see 1, 2, 3, Raju, 1 and Rajuli. Okay, we got the data like this. But we should, okay, I have taken only area name, right? Let me take the, what is the column of that? Um, area location as well, so that it is easy for you to understand. Okay, branch dot area. Okay, okay. So now you see 1, 2, 3, Raju, 1 matches because now inner join what it does, only it will pull the data wherever area matches. Okay. So now 1, 1, the both the tables got matched. So you got the result Rajuli, area name and area location. And similarly here area code, area ID 2, 2 matches. So 1, 2, 4 Kumar, Garlapat, Rajuli. And the 3, 3 also matches again. Now another record we have in the dimension table. So what happened? In the dimension table we have a duplicate, right? So now same record with the 1, 2, 3 Raju and 1, 1 Rajuli Shantinagar, we got the data. Okay. So whether you have a data in left side as a main table or whether you have a right side the lookup table, if you have any matching record with the duplicate, the respective select columns with the respective columns from the lookup table, it will display. How this got displayed here, right? Similarly, you will get the data. But actually, as a data warehousing concept, from the lookup table, okay? From the lookup table means what? This is your lookup table. If it is a primary key, then you should not have this duplicate data in this table at all. In case if you have a duplicate data, then it is a wrong. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, okay, so okay, so now this is very important here to see how my data got displayed. Okay, B- very much important. You need to understand the data like this. Okay, so this key column is very important. This key column is very important. Now, for example, let's assume I want to join student name and area name. For example, do you have any similar name here? You don't have any similar name, right? If you do the inner join, you will not get any data. Okay, let's see now. And and okay, student dot student name equal to branches dot area name. For example, let's see whether do we get our data or not. Hmm? See, query produced no results. Why? Because it's a valid. You have the data here. This data, it is matched, but and it is trying to match with your student name and the area name. At that time, there is no common name in between. Okay, so it will not get any data. You will not get any data. Same way, in case if you have a same name here and here, then only you will get the data. Otherwise, you will not. Now, I will show you for example, okay, whether how I will get the data or not. So this one is there, right? I will just modify with this Vera. Hmm? I will enter the data. Then you will get one record. Just check. Okay. Now I'm just going back here. Hmm? I'm inserting in my lookup table. Okay. Now I inserted one table data. Now you see you will get one record because both are matching. Why this got not matched? Hmm. Branches area name no result. Hmm. Let me check first. Vera one. Vera. And here also we have one under. Here also we have one. Vera. Hmm. So you should get the data actually. Why you are not getting the data? Okay, that 1 to 3 extra record we didn't insert, right? This 1 to 8 we didn't insert. Okay, so that is the reason. Okay, no problem. Let me insert that also. Vera 1. Hmm? I will insert this record. Okay, now you will get the result. See, if you don't get the data, you should not, feel that so something is wrong. Maybe the joint condition it's not satisfying. So that is the reason you will not get any data. See now, so area matched and the student name matched. So that is the reason only you got the data. Okay. Even though if you have any mistake in the spelling, at that time also you will not get any data. Okay. So exact match should be there. Okay. Now, if I give here, for example, OR operator, then what will happen? Whether it is matching or not, one condition, if it is matches, you will get the data. Now you see here I have added, right? Including this, again, you will get other data also. Just check now. Okay. Now you just all the data you will get. Why you got all the data? Because, okay. Why you got all the data? Because the problem here is you have a matching between area ID, okay, and a student name. So if whether it is matches, then it will give you the result. Whether this is matches, then it will give you the result. So like this, it will does actually. Okay. Now area ID matches, right? So if you see here, you have a more data. Okay. You see here. Hmm? 1, 2, 3, Rajoli, Rajoli, Rajoli. Okay, here you got these many records. Again, 1, 2, 3, Shantinagar, Shantinagar, Shantinagar. Again, Shantinagar for 1, 2, 3. Okay, Veera for Veera, Shantinagar. Like this, you will get many records actually. Hmm. Why you got these many records? Because you have given and or operator. So if this satisfies, it will give you the result. Or if this also satisfies, this will give you the result. If any one joint condition, if it is matches, then you will get the data. Okay. If nothing matches in between, then you will not get any data. Okay. Generally. Okay. If this is not, if this also not matched, and if this also not matched, then you will not get the data. If both are matches in between any one of them, then you will get the data. That is how. For example, now you see in Excel sheet, okay, here 1 to 6 we don't have, okay, and 1 to 5 we don't have. Now we need to see whether did we get this particular 1 to 5 data and 1 to 6 data. That is very important now to see. Now here you see, did you see anywhere? Uh, okay, so here we are matching with this record, right? Hmm. Okay. So area 5 or area 6. Just check whether do we have a area 5, area 6. See, you don't have area 5 or area 6. You have only area 1, area 2, area 3. See, only. Why? Because this particular area ID not matched with this data, or at least if this data also not matched with the name for other area IDs. So that is the reason, okay, you didn't get this particular data. That is how you need to do the analysis when you perform the joint condition. It is not like that you just, written the query and you got the data. Always that is a wrong practice. You have to practice by having with valid data. You need to do unit testing. Okay. If you do the unit, you need to identify whether the data is matches or not, and what data I have got it, and what data I have in my table. You need to do like this. Now I have selected this one. Okay. And now I got the data. How do I validate? Yes, whether area ID 56, whether I received or not. How do I know? Then what you need to do? On top of that, you write a query. On top of that, you write a query. Select distinct for area ID, comma. Anyway, I have different names, so I will get the data. Okay. Now you see, okay. Now this is my subquery. Inside I have written a subquery, right? On top of that, I have written another selector. Selector distinct area ID, area ID. Okay, area ID is from the student table. Area DID is my branch table. Okay, from open bracket, and at the end I have given close bracket. Now if you see, you will not find this 5 6. See, you don't get 5 6. Okay, so here you have a 5 and 6, but the condition what is saying here, okay, either if it is matches between these two column only. Now, okay, you have a more data in this area ID column. You have millions of data. How do I find? Then just, what you do, you write a query to identify how can I get this kind of data. Then very simple, where write A not equal to B. Okay, something like this you write. If you get the data, yes, something it is different. If you don't get the data, something. So generally here also what will happen, let's see. Hmm? See, you didn't get the data. You didn't get the data means there is no records which are not available in another table and another table, other table, something like this. Okay. So this kind of validation you need to do. When you do this kind of validation, then you will have a perfect code and perfect data. At that time only, you will not face any issues. But nowadays, what is happening, developers, they are just practicing and coming for an interview. And when we are giving a requirement when they come to IT, right? Then they are not able to understand how I have to written it. Basic things they don't know. Okay, how to validate the data, that also they don't know. Why I am intentionally I'm telling this, because in real time you need to validate the data like this. How do you identify? How do I see whether this data was not received? Now what you have to do? Another way, okay, you need to do another way is whether this data is whether this data arrived or not. How you want to identify? There is another way. Okay, now I'll show you this. See how I am identifying that also. So now I have taken this distinct data, right? Okay, now if I take distinct data, what will happen? I'll get the what are all distinct values I received from this table, huh? Area table. Correct, I got the 1 2 3. But yeah, but there are millions of records. How do I know? Then on top of that, again you need to write another query. How? Select. This is your attitude or your arithmetic reason, whatever. Okay, but you need to find a way to validate from. Okay, I'm just writing a query. Sorry, from student table where area ID. See, not in. I'm writing a query again. Now you see I have taken the inner join, and I'm once I get the all the 1 2 3, on top of that I'm selecting not in. So let's see whether this what it does actually query, how whether I will get the data or not. See, I got this file. It means what? This particular data was not retrieved in this query. It means, for example, you have a millions of records and you don't know how whatever the records was not satisfied the joint condition, like this you need to identify. Now you have to take this particular data and you need to check in the both the tables whether this file is there or not in my lookup table. If this file is not available in your lookup table, then yes, your condition, whatever you have written, that condition is perfect. In case if a file is there in the lookup table, but still you didn't get the data, means you will have some minor spaces in between. That also very important. For numeric value, you will not find any spaces, but for strings, yes, you will have a spaces. So this is how you need to do validation. Yeah, at least 1 or 10 records or 20 records you need to do validation. At that time only you can able to find the data. You can able to perfectly write a query. You can able to perfect do the validation. It is not very much simple. Yeah, Hanifanna said write a query and yeah, this is the inner join or this is left or there. No, you have to do proper validation. You need to copy paste the data in Excel sheet. You have to write a query. You need to see how many records I will get if I do inner join. Then if you write a query, you should get exact result what you have written here. Then only you will get a better understanding. So that in interview, whenever they ask with this data, right, by simply you can explain, yes, this much records I will get it. If you do practice here, then only you can able to answer in interview. If you are not able to practice, then you will not able to practice. This is how scenarios you need to practice. This is called a use cases. Okay. Okay. So this is of inner join. Okay. We have again left outer and right outer, full outer with the different scenarios, and that also we will discuss. Okay. And this is today's class with the inner join, and still we have a inner join with the another scenario. Okay. Once that is completed, I'll